that I would do another pin video because it's been a while. So far I have showed quite a lot of my pins. I showed my favorite pins. I did a video with my top 100 favorite pins for 100 subscribers. I showed my fantasy pins, but I thought today I would show pins that don't really fit in any category. So I've mentioned in my pin unboxing videos that I have a couple pin collections. I collect primarily Chip and Dale, but I also have an Epcot collection and a Hollywood Studios collection because those are the two parks where I worked the most when I was a cast member. I have a Disney's California Adventure, like vintage Disney California Adventure, like 2001 to like 2012-ish, like before they started making all the changes to make it kind of more like Hollywood Studios. So I have a collection of those. And then I have like some smaller ones, like I have like a Disney dog collection, and I have a Star Wars collection, and I have a Disney Resort, Christmas, specifically Christmas Disney Resort collection. But then I do have some pins that are in my collection because I still like them, but they don't really fit in any specific collection. So on my pin board, I just have them in the miscellaneous section. So I thought that I would show some of those. So here are my miscellaneous pins. So I'm going to go ahead and start with a newer pin that I got recently. I talked about this in one of my Shop Disney hauls. This was the National Selfie Day Pin, which was June 21st. It came out this year. It's just Mickey and Minnie taking a selfie. I like how Mickey's phone, where an iPhone would have like the Apple logo, it has like a mouse. And it's just the pin. It kind of looks like it should belong in a photo album because it has like the edges, like photo album edges. And down here it just says June 21st. So this, and it's limited release of 4,000, which is a pretty big limited release for Disney. Usually you see them like 3,000 and under. This might still even be available on the Shop Disney site, I think. But I just decided that I needed this pin because it was too cute, but it doesn't it doesn't really fit into any of my collections. So it's on the miscellaneous section right now. Okay. This one is a hidden Mickey pin of, I don't even know who this is. Does it say? No. It's either Sneezy or Sleepy or Happy. I'm sorry, I'm not the biggest Dwarves fan. So you might be thinking, why do you have this pin then? So one of my favorite managers when I worked as a cast member in Epcot moved to Animal Kingdom, and right before I left, the company and moved back home to another career, I saw her in her new location at Animal Kingdom, and she gave me this pin, and off of like her pin lanyard, like not to trade, she just like gave it to me. And so I have kept it all of those years just because it was like a gift. So again, I'm not exactly that familiar with the dwarfs. There is a whole set where they have like the pick and the shovel. And it was a hidden Mickey pin around, I want to say it was around 2014, because it was still a fairly newish pin when I left. So yeah, so that's why I have kept this one. And I'm not a big Snow White fan or Seven Dwarfs fan, so again, this is in miscellaneous. This Bambi pin has a similar story. During my college program, my college program area managers in Epcot, they had a little trivia competition for all of the CPs, and I am a huge Epcot trivia nerd, which is why I decided to do that Future Worlds in the 80s look back yesterday, just because I find that really interesting. So I won the trivia challenge, and so this was the prize that I got, this Bambi Pin. I don't really know what Bambi has to do with Epcot. I think the manager probably just was like, oh, let me find a pin. So I won this for winning the trivia contest, and so even though it has nothing to do with Epcot or anything, I kept it because it was a CP memory. This next pin was actually from a princess set, but I only kept the Belle one because it says Book Smart Beauty. So Belle is one of my favorite Disney princesses. I think my favorite is Aurora, but I do like Belle because I was an English major. And so I just thought that this pin, I felt it went with my career field nicely, so I kept it. So Book Smart Beauty, but I don't collect princess pins. I don't, unless I see one that's really cool, but I don't actively go to collect them. And so this Belle Pin is just under Miscellaneous. This is a New Year's Day pin from Walt Disney World from 2008. I did not live on the East Coast in 2008, so I was not at Disney World for this. I ended up with this pin later. But I did think it was cute how it has the Dale kind of hanging down here. I guess I could put this in my Chipmunks collection because that's primarily why I liked this pin, because of the Chipmunks. But for now, I have it in Miscellaneous. I do have quite a few holiday pins in my Miscellaneous section, so those might eventually, I might spin that off into their own holiday collection. But for now, they're just Miscellaneous. I don't think, oh, it says limited edition of 6,500. So again, that is a ginormous limited edition size. And this is an older pin, so it's before they did the Mickey Waffle pattern. It's just the sandblasted backs. So here we go. New Year's Day, Walt Disney World 2008. This one is from Mickey's A Very Merry Christmas Party 2014. And when you open up the ornament, it has Mickey and Minnie. So I might have mentioned this in a previous video because I have the Pluto and Chipmunks pin from this party. I was working in Frontierland in Magic Kingdom at during that time, during Christmas 2014, because I had already decided that I was going to be going back home and to be going into the journalism field. And so I decided that I wanted to leave guest relations for an area that was lower stress. And so I put in for a transfer specifically to Frontierland because that is one of the best areas to watch the Magic Kingdom parades, because everybody wants to crowd on Main Street to watch the parade. So it's usually not very crowded in Frontierland. So I purposely picked Frontierland for my last several months as a Disney cast member, Frontierland merchandise. And I worked the party nights for both the Halloween parties and the Christmas parties. So, because I stocked these pins, I was very excited to be able to go to the party, because these were one of them that you could only purchase if you went to the party. And so when I went to my party night, I got the Pluto and Chipmunk pin. But recently, I saw this one on eBay, and because I worked this event, I decided that I was going to go ahead and get it because I had memories of stocking these pins every party night. and the craziness of getting them all set up on the little hooks in the store. So yeah, so Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party again. This one might be another one that could go into like a spin-off holiday collection. But as of right now, I only have three holiday ones. I do have the resort holiday ones, but I have those in their own little collection because they're very specifically just resort holiday pins. So we'll see. This one is Agent P, and he is wrapped in Christmas lights. So I got this pin because my college program roommate really liked Phineas and Ferb and Perry the Platypus. So much that she went home for a little bit during our CP, and we decorated her side of the room with like streamers that said, "Welcome back, Agent G." So this pin just kind of reminds me of my college program because I did it during the fall, so it was during the Christmas holidays, and my roommate. Yeah, and then I just think Perry the Platypus is really cute, so. This is a fairly recent pin that I got at Shop Disney during the 30%. It says, "I'm just happy to be here." That is kind of my motto for this year because things are constantly changing, and so sometimes I am like, I'm not really sure what's going on, but you know, I'm just happy to be here. Like, I don't necessarily know when my next Disney trip will be, but I'm just happy to be here, and I know that I will get to go eventually, so I'm fine with that. I'm just happy to be here. This is a Union Jack Mickey. I wish I had nails to do the kind of scratching because I have seen some videos where people with long nails have made some cool scratching sounds on the edges of pins. But sadly I don't. They are growing though, but they're not there yet. So I lived in London for a year. I love the UK. I still have a lot of friends that live there. I go whenever I can. So I actually traded for this one on a board in one of the parks, so it is entirely possible that it is fake. Probably is, because it only has one little niblet thingy on the back, but I still like it anyway. And I think that fake pins are alright as long as you're not going to trade them. So if I see a pin that I like in the park, I don't really care if it's fake or not because it's going to go on my board. So again, Union Jack Mickey, probably fake, but I don't care because I think it's cool. I talked about this one in my 100 favorite Disney pins video, but he or she, I think he because of the horns, I don't know, doesn't fit into a particular collection. This is the Five-Legged Goat from The Contemporary. So if you don't know the story behind the Five-Legged Goat in the mural, there is actually a five-legged goat in the mural in The Contemporary. You can see it when you're waiting for the monorail. It's because Mary Blair, the artist, she said that all art has to have flaws, and she felt like her art was not flawed, and so she gave it this like artificial flaw of the extra leg. Sounds a bit conceited to me, but you know, that's just the story behind it. And so when I saw this pin, I thought that was cool because I have found the Five-Legged Goat on the mural, and so I could tell that little story about it. A couple more to go. So this one, Rufus, I am quite sure that he is fake as well. Yeah, because the niblets look a little small. But anyway, Kim Possible was a big deal when I was a kid. My cousin and I used to play the Disney Channel game Bueno Rufus all the time. And so when I saw him on a pin board, again, that's why I'm pretty sure he's fake, because those are my pin board and a lot of those pins are fake. So I just was like, oh my gosh, Rufus, I have to get him because he reminds me of the game Bueno Rufus, which I have heard recently that those games are back and that you can play them again. So if you have not played Bueno Rufus before and you have some time to kill, I highly recommend it. It's a very fun game. And now we have Tinkerbell. Tinkerbell with a Port Orleans Riverside key. Room 1991, because that's when it opened. Port Orleans Resort. I wanted one that was specifically Riverside, but I couldn't find that, so I just got the general Port Orleans pin. This one is from, sorry, I'm really bad at, 2009. So it's an older pin, but not super old. And I usually keep this with my, even though it's not Christmas, it's in my miscellaneous section, but I have it close to my Christmas resort pins. So I like the little dangling key that hangs down. It's a nice little touch. So Tinkerbell, Port Orleans Resort. Okay, I miscounted. There's actually 2 more to go. This one, I think, featured in my 100 favorite Disney pins, but it's in the miscellaneous section because it's a holiday pin. And I don't have enough of those to have their own section. So this pin is not cooperating with me right now, but it was the New Year 2014 to 2015 Mickey and Minnie, and there's a ball shaped like Mickey, like a hidden Mickey, that goes up and down, like the ball dropping. It's not cooperating with me right now. It's like kind of stuck. But yeah, I got this because this was the last holiday season that I was going to be a cast member, because I knew at that point that I was leaving to move back home. So I got this one. I had been getting the New Year's Eve pins for every year that I was a cast member, but I went through a phase where I kind of got rid of pins that I didn't have a strong connection to. So this was the only one that I kept because this was like my last year. And my last pin is Blizzard Beach. So I actually got this at the cast store when I was a cast member. Occasionally they will have pins for super cheap there. So I think I got this for 99 cents, and I got a couple of them, and I intended to trade them. But I really like Blizzard Beach. It is my favorite of the Disney water parks. Sorry, Typhoon Lagoon. And so I kept one of them. I didn't trade all of them because it's still a very nice pin. And so I like how they're going down the summit. No, they're not actually doing the summit plummet because they're in this raft thing. Although I have done the summit plummet. I remember it being almost a little bit painful because I'm not used to water slides, and that is like a very steep drop of a water slide. But I like how Mickey and Goofy and Donald are all having fun, and then the snowman is a little scared. And yeah, this was from 2014, I think is what it says. I have terrible eyesight, so I can't read the stamp. But I think this is just an OE, like an open edition pin, and I think it's still available. So Blizzard Beach. So I hope that you have enjoyed this little look at my miscellaneous pins. Some of these I might end up making categories for, because like I could easily see the holiday pins growing throughout the years. But other ones like this National Selfie Day will probably stay miscellaneous. I am debating collecting some of the Alien Remix pins. Series 1 came out yesterday, and I was not really a fan of the ones that came out, but there is going to be an Alien Remix pin where the alien is dressed as Forky. So when that one comes out, I might have to get that one. And even though there's not a ton of forky pins, I might have to start a very tiny forky collection. Alright, so I hope that you have enjoyed this look at some of my miscellaneous pins. Even though they don't fit into my bigger collections, I still like them just as much. And I hope that you have a great Sunday. And I will see you tomorrow with more Disney ASMR content. Bye, everybody!